your journey to Drake Bay starts here in the domestic airport, which is different than the international airport. So if you are getting dropped off at the domestic airport, you will want to tell the driver to drop you off at the domestic terminal. If you arrive at the international airport and you need to get to the domestic, it's just a short walk down the street to get to this terminal here. Today we're flying San José Airlines, which is currently, at the filming of this video, the only airline that flies to Drake Bay. And you'll want to try to pack light. Their baggage allowances are 10 pounds for carry-ons and 30 pounds for checked bags. But if you're over that, it's really not a big deal. They just charge $1.50 per extra pound. So it's really not that big of a deal if you're overweight. But try to be aware of how you're packing. The ride takes about 45 to 50 minutes and has some really stunning views over Costa Rica's oceans, rivers, and we're going to land right over the ocean into Drake Bay. This is the Drake Bay Airport. There's really not much here other than bathrooms and a check-in desk, so don't come here hungry. Make sure to bring water because the water in the bathrooms here isn't potable. So make sure to just have water when you're going back to the airport. So once we land, we're going to meet our favorite taxi driver, Franklin, and you will need to WhatsApp him before you arrive. I'll leave his WhatsApp number in the description below. Hola, Franklin. So the drive from the airport to the beach takes about 15 minutes. Today we took the flight that left at 12 p.m. and got to Drake Bay at 12:50, which is pretty tight for the boat. You will have to write in your boat ticket when you book your boat through drakebayboat.com which flight you're on so that they can wait for you if they have to wait for you in Drake Bay, just because that flight gets in at a really tight time for the boat. A better flight would be one that leaves somewhere around 9 a.m. or 9:15 and gets in a little bit earlier. And just make sure to take your shoes off before boarding the boat. I like to take my shoes off once I'm in the van and store them inside your bags. Try not to be holding on to them. Just make sure that all your shoes and any loose items are inside your bags for when you're boarding the boat. That means phones, water bottles, shoes, everything inside your bags.
We just had a couple. We used to have them quite a lot.
If you booked a private boat through drakebayboat.com, then Franklin can show you exactly what boat you're getting on. It'll be waiting for you in Drake Bay on the beach. If you're getting on the public boat that goes from Sierpe to Drake Bay, then you will probably have to wait on the beach for a little while. So Franklin will drop you off at some seats that have a cover on the beach, or you can also sit at the restaurant that's near the beach and have some smoothies or something while you wait. In that case, you'd be waiting for the boat to get to the beach sometime between 12:30 and 1. So you can ask other people on the beach and they can tell you exactly which boat is the Drake Bay Boat Shuttle to the Jaguar Jungle Lodge specifically. Since the lodge is the deepest lodge in the wilderness that there is here, you may experience 1 or 2 stops along the way so that the boat can drop off other people along other hotels between Drake Bay and the Jaguar's Jungle Lodge. So you'll just stay on the boat until the very end, and that's where paradise is. Once you arrive at our bay in the lodge, you'll want to take off your life jacket. Make sure all your loose items are stowed And once the captain indicates it's okay to disembark the boat, stand up and get off the boat. Don't worry about your bags. Our staff will take care of unloading those for you. All you have to worry about is getting off the boat and swiftly stepping away from the motor and the boat and just walking up the beach where the manager will receive you. Today we're taking the boat from Sierpe, so we're going to show you what that process looks like. There's a few ways to get to Sierpe. Number one, what I always do is when you have a rental car, you can rent from Adobe or Solid Rent-A-Car, and they will actually come to Sierpe and pick up or drop off a car for you for, I think it's around $40 or $50. So if you rent a car from Solid or Adobe, you can drive to Sierpe, leave the car here and they'll pick it up, or you can take the boat into Sierpe and they can leave a car here for you. So that's really, really convenient. So you don't have to pay necessarily for parking your rental car the whole time you're in Drake Bay, or you can fly in from Drake Bay, spend your time there, and then boat back into Sierpe, and then you can have a car ready for you when you get back from Drake Bay here in Sierpe to explore the rest of Costa Rica. So when you first get to Sierpe, you'll probably see this big building right here, Oleaje Sereno. It's kind of just like a restaurant. And then you'll probably find the coconut guy over here. And then the check-in area is next to where the guy is selling coconuts, right over here.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to Sierpe River. Welcome to my office. My name is Johnny.
So, when you get to Sierpe, you're going to pull up to this area right here and find yourself checking in with one of these gentlemen. You have Justin, Alex, and Captain Licho, and they'll be wearing their Drake Bay Boat Shuttle shirts. So these are the guys you'll check in with. They're going to check your bags, and then they'll tell you when it's time to get on the boat. To get ready to board the boat, I always put my hair up in a ponytail, and if you have a headband like this one, that's really great for keeping all the wispy hair from coming at your face on the boat ride, because the boat can go kind of fast. So keep your hair so that it's not whipping you or anyone else on the boat. When you disembark from the boat, make sure that you don't have anything in your hands. So make sure that all of your belongings are inside of your bags or inside of your pockets, and that you're not carrying loose items like shoes, water bottles, anything like that. Before we get into town, or as soon as you board the boat, just stow your shoes inside of your bag immediately so that they don't get lost and that you're not handling a bunch of stuff as you're getting off the boat. Once you get off the boat, make sure to get off the boat and walk away from the motors. So walk away from the boat up to the beach. The guys will handle your bags and get your bags off of the boat, so don't wait on the boat for your bags to come off. There's a 40-pound weight limit for each bag for safety purposes, just so that people aren't trying to lug and lift up these huge heavy bags over people's heads, over the boat, and off of the boat when they're getting off. So for safety reasons, keep the bags under 40 pounds. If you need multiple bags, that's fine. You can pay an extra $8 to have an extra bag, not a big deal. I always recommend having a dry bag, like this one, dry bag backpacks and dry bag duffel bags for all of your belongings. Just in Costa Rica in general, it's a really good idea in case it rains at any point, and for the boat. Not that your stuff will necessarily get wet, but it does rain a lot in the rainforest in Costa Rica, so it's best to have a dry bag. Discover the wild adventure into Corcovado that you can only find here, and book your boat from Sierpe or Drake Bay via drakebayboat.com, and we'll meet you at the beach.